Hey, what is up, Warriors? I'm the Design Warrior here at Boston Comic Con, representing GNP Project, and we're here with Gary Deslauriers. So we're just gonna ask you a few questions.
All right.
What were your inspirations, basically, starting out as an illustrator?
Growing up, I used to copy the Sunday Funnies, the cartoons.
Okay.
So I'd do my best to draw Hagar the Horrible or Peanuts.
Yeah.
Then I became a huge Calvin and Hobbes fan.
Oh, I love Calvin and Hobbes.
Bill Watterson is ridiculous.
Are you kidding me? I am
Ridiculous.
a huge fan of Calvin and Hobbes. It's so cool to hear you say that.
I've tried to you try to copy your favorite artist.
Of course.
And I tried to copy. His stuff is brilliant. It makes it look simple.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's complicated.
Isn't that
design work.
amazing? Isn't that amazing the way they do that?
Mike McNolly's the other guy that very few shapes. His design work is perfect though.
Yeah.
It boggles my mind.
Okay, who are, if you had to name top three right now of your greatest illustrators, your favorite and greatest?
I'm into Bill Sienkiewicz.
Okay.
I come from a painterly background.
All right.
Jason Schoen Alexander.
Yes.
Like I said, people like Bill Watterson,
Yeah,
I really
Bill
admire.
Watterson. I'm a huge fan of Bill
I
Watterson.
really admire that.
Okay. And why? Why exactly do you think they're in your top categories? Why do you think that, you're so attracted to them? Mm-hmm.
So I started out as a painter.
Yeah.
And I could do portraits and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So their painterly style or their elements that aren't quite cartoony in their work, whether it's watercolors or multimedia or just even their really authentic looking takes on things, appeals to me and how I draw.
Okay. And how do they influence your work today?
I try to ape them and steal from them as much as I can. But sometimes you try to draw like your idols just to figure out how they do things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How they do, how they make that mark or that line, or with so few lines, it looks like, it looks so fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's how I use their stuff.
Okay, so now it's time for what I like to call shameless plugging.
Excellent.
So this is my favorite part, and usually the interviewee's favorite part, where you get to plug in everything you're working on right now. So what are you currently working on? What are some projects that we can expect to see? Even your website, whatever.
All right. Just finished up something called Shogun Rising. We're shipping it around right now.
Okay.
We're looking at a few different publishers. Again, it's just, it's a matter of sort of business.
Okay.
It's Shoguns and zombies and the apocalypse.
Okay. Always a good
right,
thing.
right,
Always a
right,
good
right,
mix. Yeah.
Right. I didn't do the drawing per se. I did some of the rendering, a bit of the design work, a little bit of coloring.
Okay.
So that's coming out hopefully soon when we find a publisher.
Shogun Rising. Okay.
Yeah.
So when can we expect? What tentative deadline on that? Is that?
Half a year.
Oh yeah.
Half
Oh
a
wow.
year.
Okay.
It's done. PDFs are ready to go.
Okay.
Everything's been in post-production. I'm just trying to find a publisher for it.
Okay, great.
Then-
So just, look to the
All right.
cam and say
All right.
what the website is.
So at www.GaryDeslauriers.com. And I'm going to spell it for you because
Yeah.
there's all kinds of S's in there. So DESLAURIERS.
Yeah.
I like to I do a lot of these covers. And people want to be superheroes.
Okay.
So I'm pretty good with likenesses. So people will send me like, here's my son.
Yeah.
You make my son Captain America or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Okay, great.
So I've been doing a ton of those lately in between projects.
Awesome. So if someone wanted to get in contact with you in terms of that, how would they reach you?
You could go to the website, on my Instagram,
Okay.
Ride3932, and Facebook is Art of Gary Deslauriers.
All right.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much for
Thanks,
taking
man.
your time to talk with us.
GNP Project rock.